You can see where they're just getting a hard time. What a treat. Oh, hell. Grumpy Grandad's going fishing. I've never got anything left in my fridge from last year. All gone. Vicky can't believe how awesome it looks. You can see that damage on potatoes everywhere. Apparently the Swedes have developed. I wish I had a crystal ball. Take my hair off and let somebody come rub my head. They were talking like wheat was going to go up to like, you'd be kicking yourself, wouldn't you? There's my guiding light. Ow. Ow. Stupid combine. Gonna be emotional. We've had a few small fires. They do not need it. How much do you all reckon we've just put in the combine? All I want to do is do it. Oh no. It is brand new 27 hours. Yay, winning. Not about the size of your spout. Oh, take and use it. Good Monday morning, Fenlanders. Welcome to Fenland Farming Adventures. Oh dear, Monday morning. Overdone it at the weekend. Loads of gallivanting around. Nice little lazy day yesterday. Truck's due MOT, so that's got to go in for a MOT. Gonna send it off to Simon's dad. Combine's nearly ready. There we go. Change the battery and off we go again. Yeah, if you haven't already, go and get subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out. Anna's started up a new membership thing, so if you feel like doing that, crack on. Gonna make loads of little extra videos and stuff for you all to watch on there. So yeah, keep raining. It was raining all day Saturday, and I was gonna cart some straw this morning, but woken up this morning and it's bloody raining again, isn't it? So what a treat. What a treat. So get my truck washed. The combine's nearly done. Then we need to put some polythene on the walls of the shed, and then just keep ticking all the little boxes to get us ready for harvest, really. I hope it comes dry soon. The potatoes are loving it. Dad dug some spuds up yesterday for dinner, and I don't think we're going to irrigate much more. They will look lovely. Grumpy Grandad's firing along with the new bagger. Everything's got a little bit of something to do to it, so before we put it all in, we know our old bagging line's still working properly, so we're going to do all the little jobs to it now. Yeah, weird and wonderful things my cousin's been up to with his fixing, should we say. Might be harvest time when it's all finished and done, but it is what it is. We'll get there. Now, with all the constant rain we've been having, we're over Hockwild. Grumpy Grandad's going to go fishing. Lovely. Yeah. You get down there, follow your footsteps. Make sure your footsteps are okay first. We've got to pull a board out. The water table's fairly high around here, so we just had another 25 inch of rain. Yeah, how much do we have? About 10 mil. Oh, 10 mil? Is that it? Everything was flooded.
Yeah, I know. That's all there was in the rain gauge. Somebody emptied it.
Oh, right. No, I don't remember emptying no rain gauge. Seems it's so wet over here. We are going to pull some boards out and let the water go a bit.
Wet at the other end.
But?
Wet at the other end. I think I will put my wellies on.
Yeah. Come out and put your wellies on, and then while Grumpy Grandad's doing that, I'll go and have a quick dig at some spuds and see what they're like. Just pick a sprayer wheel in, and yeah, it's not so wet this end. This is the better end of the field. Down the other end, there's a river there, and yeah, I'm struggling to get through there with my sprayer. So we'll just have a little butchers at what the spuds are like. They're taking a bit of a hiding now from all the torrential rain we keep having and stuff, so lots of damage about. You can see where they're just getting a hard time. Keep catching them with the sprayer like that. That just kills them off every time you damage them. So we'll have a look here, shall we? Just pull one out and see what they're like. Not there yet, but not far off. So that's one root. Just gonna dig one root up, see what we got. Oh hell, look at them. The seeds started to melt now, which is good. I don't know if I'm going to irrigate them much more, guys. Look at them, look. Can't argue with much better than that. There's my foot for size. They've obviously got loads of growing left to do yet. Loads of growing left to do. And we're in August, now in August. So the only thing I'm going to do is just keep them alive, really. Just keep them bulking up. So there's 5, 6 nice taters on the root there, all a decent size already. So what do? You keep spending money on them, or just let them keep growing naturally? I don't think I need to push these on anymore. What I already am, and nature's doing a good job as well, because it's kind of perfect growing conditions. There's no sun out, and we haven't had any sun for a couple of weeks. But look at these, look, one root.
I was going to say, there was some point in irrigating them.
No point in irrigating them, is there? There we go, nearly got them all in the truck without spilling them. I think that might be a seed. Is that a seed? It's not squishy like a seed. I don't think it is. Yeah, another one to eat. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if that little one rides the riddle as well, they get bigger, you know, and that one rides the riddle. Happy chappy. Just let them bulk up naturally now. Grumpy Grandad's going fishing.
Fishing me in a minute.
Fishing Grumpy Grandad out. You got this, Dad. You got this. You right?
Yeah.
Ow! Stinging nettle. That's why I said about bringing a beat hoe, because that drops off there somewhere, doesn't it?
Beat hoe.
A beat hoe just to wriggle under the board. He's gonna get wet. Will Grumpy Grandad survive the raging torrent? Can you get that under there yet? As you can hear, that's just letting all the water go that we don't need anymore.
The other end of the field is nearly underwater.
The other end of the field is nearly underwater. Yeah, that's what I just said a minute ago. We have some fun, don't we? He's out. No more drama to be had. Not a mountain goat, no. So they come through here in the winter time and clean all this weed out, but if I had taters further down, the water might struggle to get down there a bit more. Pretty gross, isn't it? Oh yeah, this is my other field of potatoes. They look fine, don't they? Good Tuesday morning, Fenlanders. Right, I got most of the combine done the other day. Sorry I probably didn't film part 2, shall we say. We've got it all panelled up, done all the panels, so there's loads of panels that all come off, and like mud guards and stuff, so we can check things over. Panels in there come off and off the side of the drum. I ran out of battery, didn't I? Having a good chat with Ian last night, so I want to say hello to Ian and Claire. He's my most westerly viewer in the UK. He's only, did he say 10 miles from Land's End? So hello Ian and Claire. Right, back to the combine. When I turned the camera off, I filled it up with oil, cleaned the air filter, cleaned the cab filters out, put all the panels back on. Grumpy Grandad helped me with that. Pretty much everything's done on it now, apart from just getting in the tank and hoovering that out, and getting in the cab and hoovering that out. And then we're gonna move it into the middle of the shed so we can still get round the forklift, and we're gonna start putting the polythene on the walls. So not that exciting of a day, but it's gotta be done. I'm gonna get this big pig fired up. Just lift the trunk up. One last thing I have got to check is the final drives underneath there. The 3 gearboxes across the axle there, 2 final drives and 1 gearbox in the middle. That is the last thing I've got to do. So Bailey cleaned the windows for me the other day. He managed to actually get most of them this time. Then we got the lights to do. So hopefully Anna on Thursday will come over and me and Grumpy Grandad will... Doubted it. Ignition switch is a bit naff and a bit broken. My computer is being a bit weird though. Sometimes when you fire it up it doesn't come on. I got a little issue there, but it's been doing that ever since we've had it, so it seems to be getting a little bit worse now. No shed is ever big enough for a combine this size. And this is only like a baby one now, really. When we bought this, I mean, when they were new, this was the 2nd biggest combine that was made in the world, you know? It was a whopper. And it still is a whopper for us. It would just be nice to change it for one with tracks and a 30-foot header rather than a 25. But there you go. This will last me forever, as long as I look after it, hopefully. I wonder if I got anything left in my fridge from last year. Oh no, it's empty. Woo! I headbutted the fridge door as well, and that broke that. So the old big pig is nearly ready for a ribbon. Get the header on, and I've got a chain to grease up on that. So today could be the day where we put it all together and just make sure it all works, and then we'll leave it outside, get the polythene done, and then the shed's done. Just a question of clearing it out once Grumpy Grandad's finished on the new bagger over there. Basically the motors have just been chattering around that drive the main belt. So where they've been chattering around, they have made themselves a little hole. Had a little party. So Grumpy Grandad's changed the motors from side to side where the keyway's a bit worn. He says it's only worn on the inside, so if he changes it so then the fresh bit is on the inside that hasn't worn, and the worn bit is on the outside that doesn't do anything, we'll be all good. Yeah, get that greased up and all the chains checked and the belt's the right tension, and that'll be done then. Then we can move on to the stitching line. The stitching line needs a new V-track plastic belting on it. It needs a couple of little bushes on there to just tighten it all up a bit. It needs a little bit of adjustment from here and there, and a good grease up obviously. And then it'll be on to the bag presenter, which needs a couple of little bits doing to it. All these couple of little bits takes Grumpy Grandad a week to do each one, you know. Yeah, bit of a ball ache. Didn't really want the aggro of fixing stuff, but beggars can't be choosers, and that's all I could afford. And hopefully we'll have a stitching line that Grumpy Grandad can run from the forklift, if that makes sense, so he doesn't have to be there to put the bags on. Him and Nutty Nana can do 60 ton a day without even breaking sweat. That's the plan with that. I am going to go and get the hoover, and I'm going to get my cab hoovered out. Cheers guys. One more thing we've got to do to this. put some fire extinguishers on it. I've got loads of out-of-date fire extinguishers that I don't never put on this. I've got loads of cans of water I keep on the back of this as well, just as a starting point really. Right, Grandad turned up. He's going to sharpen some chainsaws. Here's a wave. Here's a wave. Hey, there we go. Right, really is as simple as that. Get in the tank. Get in the tank? Get in the tank and just hoover all the foreign bodies out of there. Any stones and turds that might have accumulated over the season, over the winter period, all gone. Probably Grandad's going to go off and do some mowing. We've got some trees falling over on our sugar beet field. Probably Grandad's going to go and do that. He's going to go mow around so we can get to everything. I am just going to put this panel back up. Then I'm going to check the final drives. One big final drive there, one big final drive over here. Gearbox in the middle. Get them checked out and jobs are good. Right there. Oh, I got some bolts. I don't know whether I left them in the cab or whether I left them in the side panel, so I'll go and get them. Right, I've lost the bolt somewhere. I don't know where it's gone, but it's not there. I'm gonna have to go and find a nut. I'll just pull that forward and make sure it's not on there. We're all good. Stranger things have happened. No, definitely not on there. There we go. Right, I'll put this one on first. That one can go up. Just holds that panel there in place. Ow. I think it might be slightly bent because it never has fitted very well. Just a standard lefty loosey righty tighty. 1, 2, 3. Job done. Right, this stone trap can come down. Like we ever need a stone trap. I've not actually ever found a stone in it. I found a log in it, found a tree stump in it. That's about it. Right, stone trap done, panel back in. We have to go under there. Now, I don't know if the gearbox under there is a spanner or a Allen key. I'll grab my Imperial adjustable, if I can find it. Hey, Grumpy Grandad's moved it. How inconsiderate. Cheerful Cookie's just turned up. We're gonna go and have a look at the spuds. I think it's all damaged where the wind has battered them around a lot, but I want his opinion. It's just like a little streak, 20 yards long maybe, not even 2 beds wide. Just looks like they've been battered the crap out of, so we're going to go and have a look and see what we think about that. I'll go out into the field. Right, me and Cookie have just been for a little crop walk out here in the wheat. He's going on holiday next week. How inconsiderate. As you can see, I've still got loads of green leaf. My peduncle's still green. Cookie wants it down below 30% before I put any Roundup on it, and it's nowhere near that yet. The wheat itself is so socking wet. It is ripening up pretty quickly, although that bit I just found there almost looks ripe, doesn't it? But that's one of the taller heads. The taller the heads stick out in the wheat, the faster they become ripe. Obviously, the lower down they are, the more sheltered they are and everything, and they just don't ripen up as quick. So my peduncle's still green. I'm still above 30% moisture. We're getting there, but Cookie still reckons 10 days away. What you were saying about the Hagberg, if you spray Roundup on crops too early, it ruins the Hagberg. I don't explain what the Hagberg is when I can remember how to explain it. We're still stuck on the wheat, you know, that was drilled in March, and Cookie can't believe how awesome it looks, really, considering. He said I never thought we'd get there. He never thought we'd get there at all, so, you know, he thought it might have a head on it, but with no grains in it, so, which can normally happen in winter wheat. If you don't get the frost to vernalise it, it puts out a head and then nothing in it. So, as for the potatoes, we'll go and have another quick look for them. What I saw the other day was a little hole in the field, like just a strip really, kind of like a deer's run across it, or we've had a little whirlwind, a little Texas style Fenland tornado, which does happen. Dust devils, what we call them around here, normally come when it's windy and hot, you know, but not. It's been so wet and miserable and lashing down with rain, it's just damaged the potatoes a little bit. So you can see that damage on potatoes everywhere, damage all over the place. That's from wind damage and rain. And I'll turn this off for a second and I'll meet you over there. So the Hagberg is protein level in the wheat. That's all it is, and I was just googled it to remember how to describe it and stuff, and apparently the Swedes have developed a falling test of some sort to mark the level of Hagberg in your wheat. The more protein it's got in, the better it is for milling, the better it is for biscuit making and stuff, so all your bread and everything like that. So that's what the Hagberg is. Sorry, I wanted to just read up on it before I described it, but yeah, it's just basically the protein in the wheat. This is what I spotted the other day. I don't know if the camera can pick it up very well, but it will do if I do that. See a big hole in here, look, all the yellow leaves and everything's died off and stuff like that. So what we came across was, where is it? I had a real good one here earlier. Oh, that's probably not helped it. But that's what's happened. the stem is broken like that where I just stood on it, and it's happened on one real black one here somewhere. There, look. So that's happened, and they've all just gone flat, but it's only in like this little tiny area. I wondered what on earth had happened. You know, I couldn't see no blight issues or anything. So me and Cookie have just been in there, and he's like, well, 1 or 2 or 3 things has happened. You can see it here. You probably see it better. See the little dents, look. Little dents along here and up there. Loads of little dents everywhere where they're taking a smashing from another little dent there. Been smashed about by the weather. That one back there does look like a deer has run through there and gone in there for a nibble or something, but then come back out again. So job to know what they've done, but yeah, you got a little island there of tall potatoes have remained standing, and the weather's battered them around all over the place. They should all look like that high bit over there and not these low bits. They've all has another little low spot in there. Nathan's just turned up with a load of fertiliser as well, so we've had our Frontier fertiliser delivery. Get that in now before you can't get it, or the price goes back up again, or whatever, or blah blah blah. I wish I had a crystal ball. I'll shake my hair off and let somebody come rub my head and see if anything intelligent comes out. Farming is one of them things, if you make poor decisions then you're not going to last very long, but you kind of, like Dad's been selling a couple of loads of wheat here and there. Every time the price fluctuates up and down, he's sold a couple. Like last year when wheat was £340 a tonne, Dad was like, yeah, I better sell some, but who knew that it was going to stop there and come back down again? The way people were talking, they were talking like wheat was going to go up to like £500 or £600 a tonne, so if you'd have sold everything at £340 a tonne and it had made £700 a tonne, you'd be kicking yourself, wouldn't you? What do you do? I mean, £340 a tonne was a good price, what we thought was a good price, and it was a good price. And I wish I'd sold all 40, what did Mum say? We had 45 loads go out last year, so 45 times 29, times that by £340 a tonne, you know, you soon get a lot of money. I think we've sold about 12 loads so far forward. You can't obviously can't ring someone up and say, yeah, I'll sell all 45 loads. You don't know if you're going to get to 45 loads, do you? So, very odd farming game. If I knew £340 a tonne was the top dollar, and I was going to have so much yield last year, then I would have quite happily sold the whole lot at that price. And then as for potatoes, you know, if I'd have known they were going to go wrong like they did, I'd have sold them all straight off the field. Oh well, it is what it is. Can't be right on every decision you make on farming. How do I look? Got like a shining beacon of sunshine behind me. Ah, there's my guiding light. Let's get back to the combine. Now I'm all panty and sweaty and out of breath. But yeah, Cookie's like, why don't you just come to Croatia? Why don't you just come on holiday with me? Like, it's a bit camp, Cookie, but me snuggled in between you and your missus, that would be a bit awkward. Could take Mrs. Farmer, but I'm not sure she deserves it. Just kidding. Woo, warm. Sun's actually come out now. Delightful, glorious, beautiful. Grumpy Grandad's still out there mowing. So that's a little crop update. Cookie was on about me doing the spraying the sugar beet for a fungicide, just to keep the diseases, pressures under control and stuff. So once I get this done, I'll take the grease gun under there with me. I'll take these goggles off first. Woo! Too fat for all this walking around. I need a Segway. Anyone wants to lease me a gator to ride around in, feel free. I'll advertise the shit out of that for you. You could just ride around in that and look at crops all day, couldn't we? There really isn't any easy way of doing these, so you just got to get on with it. Get her done. Next year I'll change these. They're all changing. There's about 8 litres in each one of these, so. Ow, head. There we go. Check each side. Yeah, there's oil coming out and it still looks good. Move over to the other side. And don't drop your torch. Oh, Naughty Nana's gonna love me when I go in for my doggy. You guys okay? Dangling? Alright, first thing first, we get a little screwdriver or a little Allen key. Just clean out the hole a little bit because it's all full of crud. Give it a little wiggle. Oh, yes. Whoops. I know you guys love it when I grumble. I've just been and had an apple and banana, so I'm not ready for my docky yet. There we go. The same that I've done the other one up too tight. Done this one pretty good. Yeah, she's full up. Nice clean oil in there. We don't tend to do that much road work, guys, so otherwise I'd be changing it all the time. Every year without fail. Right, now the other one is inside. Ow! The other one's up in here. Up in here. Up in here. See it? I can see it. There we go. That's what we're after. I changed these when we first got it and they were a ball ache. Basically getting covered in everything you can imagine. That's pretty good. Ow! That's my head. Stupid combine. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. This hand cracked open. Come on, let's be having it. This is where it all comes out, and then I can't get the grommet back in, and it's in. That actually looks like it could do with changing, so mental note, I'll write it down on the side of the combine and on my Smart Farmer app that it wants changing next year. Right, combine 2023 is done. Whoopie-doo battle. Oh yeah, Fenlanders, how we doing? About. Where are we? There we go. Now I know the header's all good. I've lubed that up. We gotta go mountaineering. A couple of things left to do to this combine. One is just blow the rad out. So that's what we're gonna do. Takes a little bit on these things because they're so massive. There we go. Woo! Looks like I have blown it out already. Yeah, look how big this radiator is. Radiator, intercooler, oil cooler, you name it. It goes right up there, look. The size of it. Aircon rad. There we go. Air filter's done, oil's done. Let me just check the oil while we're up here. Next thing we've got to do is go and fill up with diesel. It's going to be emotional. It was on the red. I always leave it with no diesel in it. When it's been in winter storage, it's had no diesel in it at all. Brought it back down from winter storage and put 100 litres in it. It's just above the reserve, so I've reset the trip. Luckily enough, I only have to fill this thing up about 3 times a year, so we'll see how emotional it is in a minute. I'm going to check the oil again. For some reason or other, the oil levels come right up, so whether it's just because I got it hot, got it warmed up, and the oil's come up. It was on the mark the other day. That's a bit worrying. So I'll have a check, and then I'll back it in the shed and let it cool down overnight or whatever, and check it again in the morning, see what we got. I've got some fire extinguishers to put on this thing, but I need in-date ones. And also, I carry about just over 100 litres of clean water, just in case. You can tip that straight down the side of the engine, tip it straight down the side of the combine. Any little embers, should we say, if it's gone, if it's started, will just get drowned in water. So anything around the combine, say if the combine's too far gone, you can't save it, you know. We've had a few small fires, no biggie, you know, just your pants and get some water on it. Cheaper than using a fire extinguisher, but I will use a fire extinguisher if I have to. The water seems to do a pretty good job of just dispersing any little embers and stuff. I've had a couple of little incidences where I've not had any water with me and all I needed was a can of water. So we've had drinks bottles from tractors which have been full up with water, and they've managed to put a really hot bearing, a seized up bearing that's disintegrated. We've had that, and I'm like, Shimmer! Shimmer and Farmer Palmer were helping me at the time because I was miles away. Them two were about to leave and go the track way, and I had to go across a field. And I don't know, I thought I could smell something here. It smells a bit funky. So I stopped and opened the side panel before they left, and lo and behold, a bearing on the side of the combine had gone and was just setting fire to the chaff and stuff around it. That had a fire extinguisher on it. We used that, and then it was drinks bottles and stuff trying to cool everything down, and that worked. Had a little fire on the side of this very combine actually. Something just got hot. We fixed it now, but I can't remember what got hot, but I could just, every time the wind blowed one way or the other, I could just smell a little whiff of something. Stopped, and lo and behold, it just started setting fire to itself. So managed to get that out. Normally I have my air conditioning on and the door open if I can, you know. It always pays, if the dust is not blowing in your cab, then it always pays to have a window open or whatever, just so you can keep your nose on the ground, so to speak. Let me know if you've had bonfires and stuff with combines. I know these Lexions are a bit prone to it now. They've got all the AdBlue and exhaust gas recirculation crap on the engine. They don't need it. Running as hot as they do not need it. In the middle of summer, they are basically just incinerators, really. They get hot, they run hot, they're in hot weather, they're covered in dust and chaff and stuff. So someone please have some common sense and get rid of all that emissions crap off the combine. They really don't need it. I mean, this one's got no emissions crap on it at all, which is perfect, and it runs clean as a whistle. It really does run beautifully clean. No black smoke pouring out the side of it when she's working. I don't know if they need it. So yeah, they're my two main experiences of having little fires. This is going to be emotional, isn't it? Much longer afterwards. How much do you all reckon we've just put in the combine? Answers on a postcard. The number will be revealed at the end of the program, so stick around and watch to the end of the video, and let's see if all your guesses are correct. So yeah, answers down below. Leave us a comment and see how much you think has been put in there. That's not too bad. I thought it was more than that. Honestly thought it was more than that. But we've just got the lights to go through on this. Failing that, it's ready to roll out of the shed and get going combining. So I'm gutted that everybody else is sort of out combining and harvesting potatoes and doing all this and doing all that, and I'm stuck indoors sorting sheds out and sorting this out, and yeah, all I want to do is go combining. All I want to do is do it. Just gonna have a buggering about afternoon. Try and keep myself motivated. Cheers guys. Good afternoon Fenlanders, it's Wednesday afternoon. I am out on hire. I know ladies. I am available for hire every now and again. Boring day today, really boring. Me and Grumpy Grandad were putting polythene on the shed walls, and there's not really much I can film about that, but me and Grumpy Grandad trying to hit each other with hammers, and now we've got the shed at Russell Farm all looking rosy. Oh no, Martin's waiting for me. Right, off we roll. Yeah, my cousin Martin can't get through his field, so he's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, not a lot. I've just been to poor old Farmer Palmer's granddad's funeral. Never met the bloke before, but I kind of went because I'm kind of part of the family, I suppose now. Yeah, just went to show a bit of support for my friend, you know, so 95 was Ted, and 95's a ripe old age for a farming type bloke, isn't it? So yeah, I hope I get to 95. Come on tractor, I haven't got anywhere to put the bloody camera. I'll put you down for a minute and we'll try and unload off of Martin's Dominator. Come on tractor, she won't pull it any more than 30k across the field. We are nearly there. Come on tractor, I'll see you in a minute. There's my cousin. So yeah, Martin just rang me up and said, what are you doing? I said, not a lot. So all we're doing is putting the polythene up on the shed walls and stuff, and I've been to a funeral, so nothing too major. He's got such a long field, the poor old Dominator can't get through the field, so here I am, just helping him out in his brand new 6R165, and what a beast she is. Nice big wide tyres on her. Like the gimmick of putting your phone in there. I think his barley's running pretty good, it looks nice and clean in the trailer. I just haven't got anywhere to put my camera. Yeah, what's she done? 27 hours at? What the hell? What beauty. Yeah, for tonight it looks like I'm sat in here helping Martin, cousin, get his barley cut. People are under wheat and stuff now, so I just got out and had a look round and had a scrap round on the floor to see if I could find any barley anywhere, and a few heads on the floor. It's like the barley's now turned into rape. As soon as you touch it, it just shells out. So he's happy that he can now get this going, and it seems to be running quite well. So this is my evening. See you in a little while. But that's lasted a whole hour, isn't it? Look at my window. Look at my window. Can you see the window? I have got some barley in here. Hey, I managed to get it in the trailer without spilling any. Yay, winning. Winning. Definitely winning. I'm normally the other side of the cab. I'm normally in the combine, aren't I? So it does me good to come out here and have a little stab at it every now and again. Plus Martin's little combine, I mean, a mega little combine it is. Them things were designed when, if you had a tractor like this, you were king of the hill. That was a massive tractor. You know, what would that be, like an R-Edge or something, I think? Hang on, let's have a look and see if we can find his number plate. So what's that, 98? Well, I mean, it still is a good combine. Nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, I see that number plate's working well. I can't see it anywhere. Yeah, so that Martin's combine would have been not a massive combine in the day, but like a medium-sized combine, and trailers, a big 16-ton Bailey trailers were not commonplace. You know, I remember when that would have been new, big trailer would have been like a 12-ton trailer around here. We would have all been on 12-ton trailers. So not getting any harder this rain. I don't know, it keeps jamming Martin's combine up, and he's cutting it a bit higher now. I see he's cutting it a bit higher, so I don't think we're going to keep going much longer than this. But yeah, no, I have to be wary of his little unloading spout. It's not about the size of your spout. Yeah, so this tractor, if I get in position, it smashes into that. And no, I haven't found that from experience. I've already avoided that. But yeah, it's close. It's proper close. So yeah, nothing overly different about these new 6R 165s to my 6215R. The dashboard, obviously, that's different. You got a side panel there with all the stuff on there. Oh look, there's a combine in the background. Otherwise it's all good. Otherwise it's pretty much the same as mine. So we are going to race into the sun. As you can see, it's well sunning out here. We're going to race into the sun. I'm going to try my hardest to get Martin finished his barley, and if we have to stay out here all night to get cut up, then we do. But I think we're going to get rained off here before much longer, so wish us luck, guys. Good Thursday morning, Fenlanders. Coming up in today's show, I managed to fix a light. Woohoo! And then we're going to try and put all the UTV lights we've got on from UTV Lights. Going to try and get all them on. Anna's going to come over and we'll do a little live where we change some lights and you can see the difference. Yeah, Anna's been working really hard behind the scenes to get you a little bit of discount from UTV. So if you haven't already and you want to buy yourself a light bar, go and get one. Fenland, the code, 5% off when you spend 300 quid or more. And the lights for this combine, the whole light package for the combine with the cables was 800 quid for us. So, well, that's what it'd be for you as well. You know, be a bit cheaper with a bit of discount. So you can soon spend a good wedge of money on UTV lighting, but they are second to none. So you get what you pay for. Quite happy with that. I've never been out to see what I'm doing in this combine. Never. A nice little LED upgrade package will be pretty awesome. I had a fuse kept blowing and I've just pinpointed it down to the wiring up there. It's all chafed through, and yeah, as you can see, I've stripped all the wires to bits there, and I've stripped all the wires to bits, all the light to bits there, but I can put that back together now. So up we go, this light can go back together. I think it was a combination of things. This light wasn't together properly. All of the gubbins inside here were all hanging out, so that's never good. Probably leave that one alone. I don't know whether I got the lights for the back of the combine, and my screwdriver's not big enough. Giggity goo. Put that one back together because that was working. I ain't gonna bother trying to clean it. I don't really have too many situations where I'm trying to back into corners and stuff at night time. If you haven't cut around the outside of the field by sundown round here, you'll never get them. Got to try and figure out which ones go where. Ooh. I think they're all the same. 317. Those two are obviously the same. 317. 315, 315, 19, another 19, and they've sent me loads of plugs as well, look. So they all go with stuff, bracket for something. 19, we got there another 19, another 19, and another 19. Cool. Right, so I've got two there. I reckon they might be the back ones. Let's go around and count up how many lights I've actually got on this thing. 1, 2, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think we're changing the headlights, so that's 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got an extra light. Where's this the extra light go? Might have a spare then, by the looks of it. Sound of freedom flying over. Oh, take and use it. We got some special training planes over as well. Mark called them Alpha Jets or something. He works on base, Mark does. So they kind of fly off and then loads of F-15s chase after them. Better places to be in the world. Getting chased around by a load of F-15s. I don't know whether they're more manoeuvrable or what, or whether they're just training jets. So I think they're just training jets, but looks like really good fun, doesn't it? I can't do anything now until Anna gets here, but I am going to put one light on the back there and see if I can get that wired up. So first thing I'm going to do is put my fuse panel back in. Yeah, it kept blowing that fuse there. We kept blowing it, so you lot see. Figured out what's what. I ended up having to rewire the whole combine, or try and find where it said fuse, why said fuse was going. I probably wouldn't have bothered. I haven't missed the lights on the side here. Dad normally had enough by the time dark comes, but it carries on like this. I don't know when we're going to get combining, so it could be a question of going and snatching a load, one load every day, but it would take forever, wouldn't it? It'll always sort itself out. Weather does always sort itself out. Hey Fenlanders, as you can see, I've got a slightly cycloptic combine going on. Just trying to figure it all out, really. Look at these little beauties. Look, they go in there, obviously. That's pretty simple to sort out. Ta-da! I'm at a bit of a loose end here, because I got these ones that came out, which are quite big. Like so. As you can see how big they are. Ugh. And then I got these ones I could put in, but they're not going to seal up the hole. So I'm going to have to try and bolt them puppies in like that, I reckon. But I got some smaller ones. Trying to be as careful as possible. There's a little one, look. Now, do I put a big bugger in there, or do I put a little bugger in there? That one would fit in there better and be more manoeuvrable, but that one to give off better light. I've got two of these, so I don't know where these two go. Where do you think these two go? I thought they might be the back ones for them two, but I've got loads of big ones. So I'm gonna take all my tools and go around the back of the combine, put my stand at the back there, and set about them to start with. And then we'll come and do the front ones when we've got stuff left over. I don't want to put these top ones in until I've put the bottom ones in, if that makes sense, because I'm going to have to drill a hole through the frame there. Yeah, loads of room. Through the fiberglass, just to bolt these front ones on. I've got my unloading auger one done. That's got a big one on. Giggity goo. I put a big one like this on the unloading auger, and I've got loads more of the big ones and 2 small ones. Right, Fenlanders. I can't change the back ones until I got some help. Still got loads of lights. I have to make sure I got enough lights. Undo that, undo that. Oh, that one's got a plug in it. Oh, they've both got plugs in. Woo! Get them all plugged up. Richie's just commented on the thing and said you need to be on camera more often.
You're going to teach me how to drive a tractor.
Maybe, yeah.
And reverse a tractor, and not crash a tractor. Hey! Yeah. Hey, look at that! Boom.
You can have a look at the other side, Anna, and see what that
Yeah, look at that. That is insane.
Light it up. Easy style. Light it up. Your day job.
Don't give up your day job. Ooh.
Right, that's one done. For some reason or other, UTV provide these handy dandy, awesome little wires, so I can just plug them in the back of the light, plug them in the combine. So they send me all these other wires, which are awesome. Just fading them in. Awesome. We'll head over the other side and do the same with them. We're over this side now, folks. Be nice when I can actually see what I'm doing, isn't it? Natty Nana's come and tell us about tea. Come and give us our menu for tonight. Get them tidied up when I'm finished. Right, go and try them. Turn them on. So we're all spooky in the shed. You can't see nothing. Look at that, look. Yeah, see what I'm doing now. Proper bright. Like daylight now. Perfect. Ooh. I'll be able to see what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm seeing. That's awesome. Thank you, UTV Lighting. Don't forget to go and get our discount code, Fenland. Get 5% discount on over 300 quid. So we're trying to help you out. Grumpy Grandad's doing a good job. Combine is done. Finished. That's how much we just put in the combine. Plus 100 litres, so 668 litres.